when West Ham ever win a game, right, you get that feeling of elation and you can get a bit carried away. Same for when we lose. You get a bit carried away. You think, oh my God, the world's going to end. And usually it's not as bad as either way. It's somewhere in the middle. Don't get too carried away. And I always try my best when things are bad to try and draw some positives out of it. And leading it to the end of this game, prior to Southampton's equaliser, the only thing I could think of, the only two things I could think of, well, it's a clean sheet, it's a win. It's been a terrible performance. It's been really dire. There's been some really bad performances. There's nothing to be excited about. Southampton, I felt, were more than deserving of a point, by the way. So there was nothing really I could take from the game. Nothing other than it's a clean sheet and a win. Well, that went in the 93rd minute. That was awful. Oh my God, that was so bad today. The lineup comes out, and I thought, well, Graham Potter, to be fair to him, has got the lineup right today. Yes, as we said in the preview, start Fulkrug, start with your best 11. Let's really go for it. I thought, brilliant. So I was actually excited. When I saw that lineup, I thought, this is going to be great. We're going to be right at them today, especially after that Liverpool display. I think you've got something to cling on to. You know what I mean? Some bit of hope there. I thought we're going to be so much better than Southampton today. They're not going to be able to cope with us. I don't think we touched the ball for the first 3 minutes. I don't think we did. They were just pinging it around, and I'm thinking, the first half was so bad. One of the worst I've seen us play at a stadium. They were miles better than us. We were awful. We weren't even interested. Mohamed Kudus was a disgrace today. He is absolutely on his way. Oh my God, he was not interested, and it's like he doesn't try. It's just nothing about him. Where is his ability gone? Bowen was dreadful as well. I know he scored today, but God almighty, that first half was so bad. There was not one. The only performer I could think of, it was Paqueta today. He's the only player that I think comes out of any real credit. I know, like, Bowen scored a goal, great finish, and it's a few good moments, a couple of nice touches and bits and pieces. But overall, though, oh my God, this was a real mess. And do you know what? After that performance, it's one of them where you have to sort of look at Potter as well and go, mate, like, you are really not doing well here to convince people that you're the right man for this job, because that was really bad today, really bad. So first half, I mean, honestly, there's not much really to talk about in the first half. I don't really know what to say about it other than what I've already said. It was bad. I think we maybe had 2 shots, I think, the whole half. We never looked like scoring. We never looked like scoring. Southampton did. Southampton had a few chances. Hit the bar as well. One point. I haven't got the minutes of me at the moment when all these things happened, but it was awful. I was just so deflated. The whole stadium was half time absolutely deflated. The stadium today was dreadful. It was so quiet. Everyone was just so drained and fed up what they're watching. Just like there's nothing to get behind, nothing to be excited about. And then we come back to the second half, right? So I mean, that's literally the review of the first half. That's all I can think of. I can't even go, oh yeah, this happened, that happened. It was nothing. It was a nothing game. Dreadful. You'd never know who the team was that was relegated. No way. You'd have definitely been like, who? Southampton played better than us in the first half. I will absolutely stand by that. They were the better team. I don't care what the stats say with chances and possession. And I don't care about possession. I'm sick of hearing about it. Oh, we've got more possession. We'll fucking do nothing with it. Most of the time we've got possession is in our own half, in our own box, pinging it around between the defenders and the goalkeeper. As you can tell, I'm pissed off. I'm fucking pissed off with this performance, I tell you. Anyway, get to half time, everyone's deflated, and I'm thinking, oh God, I've got to be honest, right? I'm at the stadium, I could have gone home. It was like that bad. You're just so sick of what you're watching. I was like, I just want to go home. I'm so sick of being here. You have to sort of muster up the energy. Do you know what I mean? To go back to your seat. You're thinking, oh, fucking here we go again, Just hopefully. Anyway, we scored in the first couple of minutes, the second half. It was weird. Like, even the goal kind of epitomised this club at the moment. It was like everyone wasn't even there. It was like half the stadium's empty because no one wanted to come back out. Everyone's having a beer or bite to eat, whatever. So when Bowen scores, it was like, like being at a training ground game. It was almost like people just clapping. It was like, I don't even think to myself, I was there, I watched it go in. I'm like, yeah, get in. And looking around thinking, is that a goal? Is that counted? It was like, that's how bad the atmosphere was. All right? Anyway, 1-0 up. You think, oh, here we go now. Brilliant. And they're all sort of making a joke. And to be fair, the people around me all trying to make me laugh, trying to sing a few songs, trying to get the atmosphere up. And I thought, yeah, all right. And it just petered out again, just into this flat. I mean, all right, look, the second half was better. The second half wasn't as bad as the first half. We picked up, but Southampton did. They had some chances, but we had chances, but nothing major. I mean, we could have had a second goal. It was ruled out for a foul on the goal kick by Fulkrug. We had a couple of chances. Guilherme came on and should have done better with a shot. Like nice build-up play from Fulkrug, laid it off to him. He should have scored. We had a couple of chances, half chances, but so did Southampton. And I kept thinking they're going to score. But then obviously you get to the last few minutes and you're thinking, okay, maybe we'll just see this through. And hence why I was saying, maybe the positives you can take from it is, well, it's a win, it's 3 points and clean sheet. You know, we'll just take that from it, draw a line under it and move on. That's where my mental, I was mentally at that point. Potter brings off Fulkrug and brings on fucking Soucek. Which is just sends the wrong message, like this. Why is Ferguson not coming on this fucking football pitch? What on earth have we brought this guy to this club for? What on earth? Like, just bring the fucking other striker on. It's like we were defending for our lives against a crappy side. Do you know what I mean? One of the worst in Premier League history. People looking at me now, walking past, what's this bloke screaming about? I don't care. Do you know what I mean? I'm so fucking angry. Honestly, I'm so angry. Yeah. And anyway, Southampton got their equaliser. Good goal at the end, to be fair, but it was deserved. You can't go around and go, oh, it was. How did they get away? We were lucky. It was only a draw. They could have won that game today. They will walk away from that game and think we could have won that. West Ham were absolutely awful. This was the game that I thought this was going to spearhead us on now to the end of the season, just to give everybody a bit of a lift, give everyone a bit of belief before we go into the summer. Today was a big game. These players didn't give a shit. Mohamed Kudus was fucking awful today. I'm sorry, he can fucking go. Honestly, sick of hearing about it. I can't get rid of Kudus, he's world class. He's fucking world class. He's rubbish. He's good when he wants to be, that bloke. I tell you. Oh my God, there's so many underperforming players in that team. It's frightening. You could literally just rip this team up, couldn't you? Just tear it all up and just go start again, because it's that bad. We were awful, and I've got to say, the doubts have come in with Potter after that. Don't get me wrong, he's not going anywhere. There's no point calling for managers to be sacked. I mean, it can't just keep sacking managers every 5 minutes. But that does nothing to instill any confidence. That performance, those decisions that were made during the game did nothing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm very, very disappointed. 5 poxy games to go. It always feels like it's too many, doesn't it? It's like, still 5 to go. I wish that was it today. I just want to get rid of this fucking season. That was awful. Shame on them today. Shame on manager and shame on the players. They don't deserve any credit. As I say, the only one player I can honestly think of that I can come out with any real credit today was Lucas Paqueta. I thought at least he gave it a go. He played some good football and got stuck in. He put some lovely passes around. The rest of them were fucking awful. I mean, there was a couple of good moments, as I say, Fulkrug, a couple of little lays off and tried, and Bowen did try, but even he was awful today, really, for his standard. That's the other thing with this team, isn't it? It's the fact that these big players just don't ever really step up. It's just, how many weeks now we watch these players? I usually wonder, someone was saying to me earlier, do we just overhype them? Is it West Ham fans? Do we just get too caught up with it and go, oh yeah, these are just the best players going? And I don't know. It's one of them days today, I just want to switch off from it as quickly as possible, because I'm just, like many, drained now. Very exhausted with this Premier League season. I can't wait to see the back of it. Anyway. I don't know. I can't really end this on a positive, really. Roll on bloody May. Come on, you ones.